Well, I certainly didn't expect to hit $100,000 in net worth and amount invested in May, but here we are. Hello and welcome back to Transfer Tuesday, where I'm going to show you all how much I earned, how much I spent, as well as where the rest of that money is going. A very special welcome back to the 16.5% or so of you who are subscribed, and if you're new here, I'm Raymond, a software engineer on the path to financial independence and retiring early. If you'd like to follow me on my journey, feel free to hit that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel, so thank you so much in advance. Without further ado, let's dive straight in and let's start with my income, starting with my 401k, in which I added $1,510.59 into my pre-tax portion of my 401k. I'm still on the path to maxing this out a little bit early, and then after that focusing on the after-tax portion of our 401k, given the fact that we have access to the mega backdoor Roth IRA. To make a long story short, if you're not familiar with this strategy, it is a way to basically just add another $30,000 to $40,000 into your after-tax portion of your 401k, which you could then transfer into your Roth IRA at some later point. I also made a contribution to my HSA, $131.25, which along with my employer contribution is going to be enough to max it out by the end of the year. Finally, we have my paycheck at $1,641.28. In total, I made $3,283.12 if you include my HSA and my 401k contributions. Before I dive into everything else though, I have to address the elephant in the room, and that is the small windfall that made all of this possible. I was first told about this windfall on Friday, and I was caught a little bit off guard because I had heard nothing about this up until that point. I was given $15,000 to invest, and that brought my net worth and my total account balance up over $100,000 by Monday. I have mixed feelings about this, to be honest. First of all, I guess, is the immense feeling of gratitude and privilege. Not only do I have financially stable parents who are well off enough to sustain themselves in retirement, they also have the opportunity to do these things from time to time, although in very, very rare circumstances. I think another thing too that I'm very much blessed with is just the fact that I have such a great relationship with my parents. This is unfortunately not something that is super common, but something that I am immensely grateful for as well. I think part of me is disappointed in the fact that it wasn't my deposit, my investments that pushed me over that $100,000 line. But at the end of the day, neither really was my start that was immensely lucky to begin with. And the way that I am able to invest right now kind of ties it all back to them in the first place. So can I really say that it was my own doing that would have pushed me over $100,000 in the first place? I'm not too sure. But at the end of the day, I am very, very grateful for the gift that they have given me, and I hope that I do put it to good use, although investing it yesterday might not have been a great idea. Moving on from that though, we have my expenses, starting off with my rent of $1,587. This doesn't include my utilities or my renter's insurance, it's just the start of the month and whatever they collect. I also have my transit expenses, $17.50 to the date. Finally, I have my groceries, in which I went a little bit over budget this time around for 1 week of groceries, but I did spend $100.77 in total. This did admittedly include some things like baking supplies and some things I wouldn't buy on a regular basis, but this is still something to keep an eye out on. Finally, we get to some of the funds that I've been depositing and withdrawing from, mostly withdrawing from at the start of the month. To start with, I took out $158.07 from my medical bills fund to pay off my medical bills for the month. Again, this is automatically paid, so I don't really think too much about this portion. The big withdrawal though came from my travel expenses, and this time I paid $491.96 on round-trip flights to somewhere in July. It is a little bit more than what I wanted to spend on flights alone, but I'm splitting a room with friends, and this is a pretty popular time of the year to be traveling anyways, so I'm not surprised that tickets are so expensive in the first place. So my travel fund definitely did take a hit, but I still have $827.71 into there for future travel expenses, so I'm not too worried about that yet. All in all though, I'm fairly happy with the way that I've just been kind of chugging along with saving for early retirement. I'm still waiting to hear back from my interview results for my internal position that I'm trying to get into, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around the fact that I now have crossed into 6 figures of net worth. But that's going to be it for this Transfer Tuesday. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit that like and subscribe button. Again, it really helps out. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all in the next video.